Hi again, welcome to day 18 of distance learning. Just a few updates on this Google slide presentation before we jump into day 18. I do now have underneath the daily instruction slide, I will have a work to be collected this week slide, so when you get it on, or for Monday, you'll know everything for that week you need to collect. There are 9 standards total. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 standards. So you're actually knocking out a lot of it this week. If you send me all these things, that's 5 out of the 9 your child can get a DL on. Again, UC does not mean that they're failing. It just means I didn't get the work from you. And I want next year's 3rd grade teachers to have the best idea of what your child has been exposed to. So if you do the work, please send it to me. And I also put a note up here. If there's something due that day, I'm going to put it up here so your child's poem is what's due. And then that's it. So, and I also put it in our daily email as well. So for today for reading, you're choosing one 20-minute activity. ABC Mouse is an option, Raz Kids is an option, reading their own book is an option. They have the option also of rereading I Had a Great Day. And this is just a little reminder for them of kind of how poetry's patterns can work. But if you would like your child to read a different poetry book and you don't have any at home, they can also get on Epic. If you haven't gotten on it yet, you'll go to getepic.com. You'll click on students. You can type in this code here. Click go. And our class will pop up. Have your child pick their name. So I'm going to use Bryce as an example. And you come here and you can search poems. So again, they can click on these. Pizza and Other Stinky Poems might be a good choice. Cat poems. I'm thinking of one specific student who might like this. So just have them look through that. And there's even some types of poems here. List poems we've talked about. So if they want to read that, that could be good. Narrative poems we kind of did yesterday. So there's tons and tons of options if you'd like them to get on this. It's lots of fun and they really like it. They've gotten on it before. So they should be pretty familiar with it. After they do 20 minutes of reading, they'll move on to writing. Using the same book as yesterday, I Had a Great Day. Take your personal narrative that they wrote yesterday, where everything went right, and change it to a poem using your 5 senses. Now, they don't actually have to use all 5. Poems are kind of hard to make long enough for that. Maybe pick 3. Remember that poems can be long or short and be creative. So we've talked a lot about the different structures for poems. There can be list poems, conversation poems, and I'm actually going to put a little anchor chart. I don't have it pulled up right now. On the next slide too, for you to reference and for students to reference from our resource for anchor charts. So it is just a good reminder for them that there's different structures for poems and for the 5 senses and how we can change our narratives into poems. And mostly what I'm looking for is it's a poem that has some kind of pattern. It doesn't have to be rhyming and that they use some of their senses. That's for this, that's what I'm looking for. For handwriting, print or cursive. For telling time, there is a Brain Pop video. And again, it will be asking you to log in sometimes, not on this one. I will say this is about telling time to the minute. We in 2nd grade learned telling time to 5 minutes. So you probably will review that skill. If it doesn't, you can review it with them. We have learned it, but again, that it kind of gets forgotten along the way, so do that review with them. And then you can print out a clock that they can cut these out. You can poke it through with a brad or really anything. And then if they don't have that, you could use a paper plate. You could draw it yourself in their notebook and have them, and you could even tear up pieces of paper for the hour hand and the minute hand. And once you've created your clock, however you can, you're going to show 4 times on the clock that are your favorite 4 times of the day. So the students will do that. They'll show 4 times on the clock that are your favorite 4 times. Draw a picture of your analog clock on a piece of paper and write the time. Tell why that is one of your favorite times of the day. And again, I would do this to 5 minutes unless your child, if you want to show them that video and have them watch it all the way and try telling time to the minute. Some students might be up for that, but if they're not, to 5 minutes is just fine. And when they are finished with that, they will play the odd or even game. They have played this before. It's where they're playing against the deck of cards and they're wanting their answer to be, let's see, They're wanting the answer to the two cards to be even because if they're odd, they have to draw another card, and they want as few cards in this deck as possible. Then they can also get on Math Playground and do games. Again, add, subtract, fractions, shapes and graphs, money and time are good options, but you can also click on second grade too. Oh, right up here. Here we'll take an ad, so don't click it here, click it here. And then for social studies, opportunity cost and benefits. Now they've kind of reviewed opportunity cost before, but this one's going to be a little bit more in depth. This video is great. Again, it's safe share, so I'm not going to play it, but I watched it and it does a really good job of teaching them that when they're making decisions, when we're thinking about what we want, either what we want to do or what we want to buy, there's usually a cost to making a choice and there's usually a benefit. And there's a cost and a benefit to both choices. So if you watch that video before you work with them, that might help, or you can watch it with them. After viewing the video, use the cost benefits analysis anchor chart to better understand benefits and opportunity costs. Discuss these with someone at home. So they are going to look at this. You can pull it up. People don't always have enough money or resources to get everything they need and want. We sometimes have to make choices. So the opportunity cost is what you give up. It's the cost of it when you decide to buy something else. And the benefit is something that satisfies your needs and wants. It's what you want out of it. So if you choose pizza for lunch, the opportunity cost is that the burger because it is what you didn't select. If you choose pizza, the benefit is you get to eat the hot, cheesy, yummy pizza for lunch. And there's an opportunity cost and a benefit to both. So if you choose pizza for lunch, the opportunity cost is the hamburger. If you choose pizza, the opportunity cost is that you don't get to have a juicy, flavorful burger, but you do get pizza. So this one's kind of a confusing comparison. So if it's not clicking with your child, you can just have them watch that video. And then complete the cost benefit analysis activity page. Think about a time you had to make a choice between two things. What did you choose? What are the benefits of the choice you made? And what were the opportunity costs? So here, now for a lot of these, it might be that they don't really prefer one or the other, but just kind of have them make a choice anyway and think through the opportunity cost. So let's say I picked the toy car. So in the choice made, I'm writing the choice made and the benefit. So I would write toy car. The benefit would be it rolls on the ground. For me, it rolls farther. But the opportunity cost is I don't have a toy that flies in the air. And that would be fun, but I'd rather have a rolling toy. So that's kind of the thought process here. And then when they're finished with that, can you think of their own example that they make up or they've had to make? What was the benefit and the opportunity cost? Draw and label it below. So think about a choice. They'll think about a choice. And then they'll write down for each choice the benefit and the opportunity cost. So let's say they chose between how they spent their allowance. They had to choose between buying one toy or the other. Under this toy, they're going to say the benefit and opportunity cost of that toy, and the same thing over here. Again, this video does a really good job of helping, it helps me understand it a lot better, and hopefully it'll help you and your child as well. So that's day 18. Again, make sure you send this poem to me. You don't have to send it to me today, but if you want to just get that done so you don't lose it, and that can just be checked off your list. So I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.